It's late winter, nearly spring, and spring is certainly in the air with the natives. It's a great time to get out and see the natives. They're doing their thing, flowering their heads off. And with me today I have Alyssa Hurst, a horticulturalist, who's going to give me some good ideas for planting some natives in our own gardens. Hello, Alyssa.
Hello, Margot.
What have you got to show me today?
Today I've got to show you some lovely natives, some lovely pots and some native potting mix.
Native potting mix?
Yes.
You mean for natives you have to have special potting mix?
You do, Margot. It's extremely important to use a native potting mix because they have a perfect blend of fertiliser, appropriate for natives, drainage and water holding capacity.
But just go back a step. When you said the fertiliser is appropriate to natives, why do you have to have a special sort of fertiliser?
Yeah, look, it's important to use fertilisers that are low in phosphorus. Australian soils typically are extremely low in phosphorus, and so native plants have adapted to low levels of phosphorus.
Ah, so if you used a potting mix that wasn't designed for natives, you might not have such good results.
Well, you can actually do a lot of damage, especially with things like Bankstias and Grevilleas.
Really?
Yeah, there is such a thing as phosphorus toxicity. So applying a fertiliser that hasn't got the special blend of low phosphorus in your NPKs can really affect your plant.
Right, well that's a great tip. So, you're going to show me planting up into this big pot?
Absolutely.
What are we going to put in there?
We're going to put in today some kangaroo paw. So we've already got it partially full of some native potting mix there, but I'm going to, actually what I might do, Margot, is get out our nice kangaroo paw.
So you're going to put 3 into the pot?
3 in.
Great idea.
Makes an impact.
Bulk it out.
Yeah,
makes
an impact right from the word go. Now, thanks Margot. It's good to...
I better put my gloves on.
Yeah. Good to keep them sort of at quite a distance apart in the pot, as far as you can really. It's good to have some airflow between the kangaroo paws because they don't like to be too cramped up together, especially when watering. It's important to water them in the mornings specifically.
Oh, really?
So they're not damp overnight.
Okay. Now, does this potting mix have any water holding capacity?
It does, yeah. Like I said, it's the perfect blend of drainage and water holding capacity for natives. Natives don't like to be too wet. They like to have a good drainage system.
They really love a good drainage system.
They do.
Especially these paws, I believe.
It takes quite a bit to fill a big pot like this, but it's important not to skimp on your potting mix and get it right. Yeah. It's all in the soil preparation. The key to successful planting and happy plants is getting your soil preparation and getting your mix right.
I think you're right. And of course, this is one of these potting mixes that has a tick on the bag. That's always important to look for your Australian standards.
Definitely. Definitely.
So this big pot would use maybe 1.5 to 2 bags?
Yeah, I think these bags are a 30-litre bag, so you're looking at about sort of 50 litres.
Yep. And that would last a couple of years in this pot?
Definitely, yeah.
So the potting mix has got fertiliser in it now, but later on in the season, would you want to be topping that up at all?
Absolutely. Okay, we're planting this up now in spring, so I'd be topping this up again a couple of months down the track. Definitely give it a really good fertilise again early autumn next year. But again, keeping in mind it's important to use your native fertiliser.
Native fertiliser. And after this finishes flowering, good idea to give this a bit of a chop?
Definitely.
The spikes of flowers?
Yeah, spikes of flowers. You can even chop back the foliage, chop into the foliage just to keep it looking fresh and healthy.
Yeah.
Other natives other than these sorts of things that are good for pots are tetrathecas, leucophytes, acacia, paper daisies, things like that. It's always good to give them a tip prune after flowering to keep them compact and looking healthy. And don't forget, Margot, now is a great time to be fertilising your natives. Using a unique blood and bone base with slow release fertiliser, specific to natives, low in phosphorus is the key. Remember to keep it around the canopy drip line and 15 centimetres away from the trunk of the tree or the trunk of the shrub.